So if you can imagine, there's 300,000 different kinds of peptides in the body. We are a walking universe of signals. So stem cells will be the origin of these signals, because peptides, who makes peptides? The cells. So cells have the information to make these peptides. So if you can imagine, I put these cells in the body and they can produce all this web, this massive web of information. And that's what we're using. So back to your question about Chinese medicine.
Hmm.
Um, Chinese medicine looks at the body as a web. Actually, there's a really good book called The Web with No Weaver. So we don't know who wove this web, but the web is there. The web is this
Hmm.
complex relationships. And Chinese medicine is able to zoom out of, so instead of going down the granular level, looking at the cells and chemicals and receptors, is zooming out, looking at how these organs are interacting with each other, how trends in the environment can interact with your body. So it's a like a system approach. So think of building, like if you think of artificial intelligence, the intelligence level from very low information bits all the way up to system approach to greater philosophy that comes out of these information, different layers of information. And that's what the Chinese medicine is doing, is zooming out. So stem cell therapy is a way of zooming out, because I let the cells do what it does. What I can see is systemically is doing massive repair, because it is doing its own thing. It creates its own system. So I don't need to go down there and do the granular receptor activation like what I've done with psychiatry for 11 years. I can zoom out and give the cells, which produce probably hundreds and thousands of different signals. And then I let them figure it out, because we've already figured it out, right? The cells have figured out how to make a human. So now I'm going to let the cells do its thing. So it is a zooming out of allowing the system to basically figure out how to repair the body. So I think that in that sense, it's similar, because there's a system approach. It's very holistic. It's targeting a lot of things
Hmm.
all at once. If you look at Chinese medicine, they're going to give you herbs. They're
Hmm.
giving you 20, 30 different things in this nasty tasting concoction of
Hmm.
herbs, or it can be herbs or animal parts. And they, each one probably contains, hundreds of different molecules, different types of molecules, and they all come
Hmm.
together to form a symphony. So in that sense, when I give cells, the cells produce all these signals and they all come together producing that symphony. So the symphonic approach is the similarity. And also, um, Chinese medicine, I think, helps learn to activate the body's own intelligence. If you are looking at something like acupuncture, by putting needles in particular strategic locations, it unblocks certain energy flow. So now the energy flows through the body. It's going to allow the body to actually recover its balance, or its ability to tap into its own intelligence. If it's blocked, then it can't do what it knows how to do. It's the same thing with stem cell therapy. When you give the body the signal, all the blockages, that a lot of it come from inflammation, that were just, the body was not moving. Why do people have chronic knee pain? Your body should have fixed it, but why is it still there? Because it's blocked. And now I can give you massive amount of information from stem cells that blast away that blockage. Now your body hears a signal. Now its own ability to regenerate is activated. So that's the similarity. So I always say stem cell therapy is almost a form of energy therapy. So I
Mm.
consider that I'm in a sense a healer. I'm injecting intelligence into people. And that's why it's so cool.